Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here discussing some more Warhammer combat cards, rounding off this series talking about the best and worst cards in the game, saving the worst faction for last, with only 2 warlords and 35 bodyguards. It has by far the smallest pool of cards. So these are your options for the warlords. Uthar the Destined was the first to be released. He's a legendary. He does have pretty low health at the lower levels, but at the higher levels, he has some very good stats and traits, making him a solid fighter on the battlefield. His special rule is not as good. It functions in the same way as Gloggerthrox's rule, so whenever an enemy kills one of your cards, it gets a grudge token, and then your units deal increased damage. It's percentage based, based on the number of grudge tokens that card has. So if it just has like 1 grudge token, it's not going to do very much. But once a card gets several grudge tokens, you can start dealing massive amounts of damage. The problem is you do have to lose several cards in order for that to happen, so just overall not that impactful. Though it does have potential to combo well with like barrage units. And then the other option is Etok Warspec, who is a Psyker, and his special rule is really annoying to play against, that's for sure. It shuts down a trait for several turns, and it is activated by the first card that is deployed each turn. So if you can stagger the deaths of your cards, you can maximize the amount of times you can use that. With both of these warlords, since Votann do have a lot of ranged units, it makes sense to run mostly a ranged deck and then finish the game with a strong charged up melee attack in the case of Uthar, or psychic attack in the case of Etok. Looking at the ranged bodyguards, in first place I put the legendary Land Fortress, which can dish out lots of damage as well as take a few punches with those shields. A definite powerhouse of a card. Second, we've got the Sagator with ranged scout and precision shot as its secondary for some good burst damage. In third, we've got the Pioneer with barrage and ranged scout for the secondary. Another card with solid stats and traits. And then we got 2 cheaper options on 2 newer bodyguards. So in fourth is the Gunner with barrage, just really high damage. For the cost, he definitely out damages any of the other lower cost barrage cards. And then fifth place, this is the only option for a ranged card with inspiring presence, but it's a solid support card until your warlord deploys, because both of the warlords also have inspiring presence. For melee, we've got 2 very powerful legendary bodyguards, and first is the 39-point champion with shields and furious charge at the max level, quite deadly. Then in second we've got the Call, which has a higher ranged attack, also has shields and outflank for the secondary. It's only 29 points, so very good value for that cost. You'll notice that Leagues of Votann do actually have quite a few shields. So in third is 22.1. There's also another 18-point card with pretty similar stats to this guy, who also have shields, if you really want to go for the shield spam. In fourth is the main melee option if you want inspiring presence. He's got pretty decent stats for the cost. And then in fifth place we've got the epic jump pack warrior, who can provide some burst melee damage through the melee scout and outflank. And then we got our support card. So in first place is the cheapest healer at 8 points. And second, we've got a more expensive Medicaid card with a bit more firepower. In third and fourth place, we got 2 taunt cards. The 6.1 is very cost effective, even though he deals like absolutely no damage. The Corv has a little bit higher firepower for 8 points. And then fifth place, we've got a single Psyker bodyguard, but it is a legendary one, and she does a lot of damage and has shields as well, so really good stats on that one, although it can be kind of awkward to combine it with the other bodyguards because being the only Psyker. And as for bad bodyguards, I mean, there's not too many because there's only so many cards in the pool, but yeah. Melee Scout with kind of mediocre attack stats on the tracker. The Hearthkin Warrior with regeneration, not really that useful. It doesn't really combo with the warlords. And then the grenade guy with a very low melee death blow. If you are a fan of Leagues of Votann, please leave a comment, because I have yet to see a single player who has actually said that they enjoy playing as Votann. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching this series. If you haven't watched the other faction videos, please do check them out. It was a lot of fun making these, and I hope I can do more kind of useful videos like this in the future. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.